For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone talking some Wildcat golf here. We've got the coach, Tom Shaw, and we have sophomore Garrett Glanton. Garrett, tell us a little bit about your summer and how you spent it.
For the majority of the summer, I just played a lot of golf. Had a couple good tournaments in July. Played well at Chattanooga. Finished top 5 there, and then ended up with a top 10 at the West Texas at the Rawls course in Lubbock. So those are the two highlights of my summer, and it was a lot of fun.
How do you balance, as a collegiate golfer, trying to get into as many summer tournaments as you can with just working on your game? How did you go about making your schedule?
My June was pretty laid back. I only played in one tournament, which was the state amateur, so I got to spend a lot of time practicing in June, and then July is when I had the majority of my tournaments.
Tell me, as you think about this upcoming year, and the fall season is not what they would call the championship season in college golf, what is it you're most thinking about wanting to work on, whether it's the mental side of the game or something specific with your game?
For me in the fall, I just like to get back into competition, get back into the field of college, along with, competing daily against other guys on the team in practice. And so by doing that, I feel like I get back into the swing of things and I'm able to balance school and golf and all that good stuff.
After one season playing collegiately, seeing yourself and measuring that against other players at various levels of competition, how did you feel like you stacked up, and what do you believe could be on the horizon for you as a sophomore?
When I was on last year, I played well. I had a couple top 10s, so I know when I'm playing well, I can compete with just about anybody, but I would like to get a little bit more consistent, be in the top 20 on my off weeks. That would be, I think, the biggest improvement for me this season, because I was either in the top 10 or I was in top 50. So if I just can eliminate the big numbers and get a little bit more consistent, I feel like this season should be a great year.
It is that elusive goal, trying to find that consistency for golfers at every level. Coach, let's talk a little bit about Garrett and your returning players and what you believe is possible this year.
Well, Garrett's a big part of that. He's got a lot of firepower. I think he alluded to that. He can win a golf tournament. He can string together 5 birdies in a row, so he's never out of it. Would he like to have a little bit more consistency? Yes, but he's only just coming off a freshman year, so that's okay. He's going to be a great player for us. He is a great player for us. And the returning guys we have coming back, Ryan Beatty, his senior year, he wants it to end on a good note, and he's a great player too. So we've got a lot of great players coming back, but we also have some really good players coming in. So it's a nice blend.
You guys had some of your players in an event last week. I also saw one of your guys, John Biavotti, made an ace. I think you said his first career ace. So let's talk a little bit about the competition that they faced. Garrett told us about what he did, but some of the things that your other guys participated in.
We had about 11 guys play in the tournament in Dallas-Fort Worth area, so it's a great chance to kind of get a preview of where they are right now. And
a lot of other college players were in that, right?
I think most all the TCU team was there, UT Arlington, Texas Wesleyans. Most of your DFW colleges were represented, and a good chance for kind of see where we are. And we had Bryce Dooley, a freshman, finished 4th. G.K. Morrison finished 9th, and Kyle Carney, who hasn't played much at all, finished 16th. So it was great to get some competition under their belts before the real season starts, and a good chance for me as a coach to kind of see where guys are and who I can kind of look forward to being part of our lineup in the fall.
Well, in the fall, you have your first event coming up where the ACU football team is also headed, the Air Force Academy. You were there last year. What do you remember about that course? What kind of a player does it favor, and what do you expect from your guys?
It doesn't necessarily favor us because it's a mountain course. The greens are undulated.
Are you saying Abilene's not mountainous?
Not as mountainous. So, but we played it last year, so I feel like we know what to expect more. It's mostly Western teams. But after ACU wins their football game, we plan on going the next week and winning that tournament.
Ooh, you heard it here first. All right, that's Coach Tom Shaw, sophomore Garrett Glanton. ACU golf beginning its fall season here next week at the tournament up at the Air Force Academy. For Coach Shaw and for Garrett, I'm Grant Boone for ACUsports.com.